Ta-da! There's your intro. You're muted.
Welcome to the Weirdness, everyone. I'm Chris. I'm your dungeon master for tonight. Go around and introduce yourself. We'll start up here with Amador.
I'm Amador. That's what I do. I'm Amador. I play a Goliath named Boldar, who is a Earth Domain cleric. Back to you, Andy.
Joff.
Hello, I'm Joff. That's what I do. I play a changeling bard, obviously a bard.
Yeah, honest.
Back to you, Andy.
All right, Emily.
Hi, I play Reyna, a half orc, ready to just fight for money, and all cops are bastards.
Except her mom. Okay, and
Except my mother.
And finally, Dakota or Shiro.
Hey, I'm Dakota Orshira. I'm playing Velwyn, who's a human sorcerer. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to do a little recap now. I'm going to share my screen. Share. How's that look? It's tiny. That's cool. Okay, so previously our group of heroes, which includes, let's see here. So we have, that's the wrong one. Here we go. Velwyn, the human sorcerer. We also have Lenny the goblin, who unfortunately Tony can't be with us tonight. Reyna the half orc, Jack the bard, honestly. They all defeated a monstrosity called a Raudar with the help of their friends Celine, a Yonti wizard, Leaf, a human tempest cleric, and Divok, a humanoid palm tree, and also Dulcia, a tiefling waitress. After the battle, Dulcia's boss, Mr. Clancy Castle here, who also owns the inn where you've been staying, in gratitude gave you a free spa day, as well as 5 platinum pieces each, and told you to go and enjoy your day. Jack suddenly said he had to go in a different direction and wandered off from the rest of the group. Anyway, after spa day and after lunch and after some shenanigans, you all met back up at the Fish Pig Inn. And Clancy Castle offered you all a job, including Jack, who showed back up with a giant bruise on the side of their head. Looked like they'd been through some stuff, but we're acting fine. He offered you all a job, a caravan of his consisting of 2 wagons full of this special stone being shipped from the eastern city of Stonefort all the way over where that arrow is. We're all the way over here in the city of Hildenea, and Stonefort's all the way over here. This wagon caravan of his, 2 wagons had gone missing. He hired you to join him in forming a search party to kind of retrace the steps and go looking for these wagons. More importantly, though, Clancy introduced you to one of the drivers of the search party, Boldar, the Earth Cleric, played by our very own Amador. The next morning, which was the equivalent of Thursday, May 19th in this world, you were all surprised when the halfling mayor of Hildenea arranged a big award ceremony to celebrate you killing a Raudar. And you each got a ceremonial key to the city, which is just like a tiny little brass key about this big. And the promise that a mural depicting the, quote, Heroes of Hero Square is going to be painted on the side of a building at some point. So you then headed out on the expedition, 2 wagons heading out. Boldar's the driver of one of the dragons. The other driver was this little gnome woman named Daphne Fernseed. Clancy gave you all 10 days of rations and a healing potion, so add that to your inventory. And also, everyone got a red overshirt with Clancy's company symbol on it that looks kind of like this. This is kind of a crappy rendering, but looks like that. You all went through a forest on your way to the Hotel Riviera, the first stop. It takes a full day to get there. That's the little circle with the arrow at it. You were accosted by some sort of fairy fog that turned a few of you completely purple for a couple hours, including Clancy, Boldar, Celine, Leaf, Devok, and Daphne. As you made your way to the Hotel Riviera, you passed people. Clancy asked if anyone's seen any wagons or anything like that. No one's seen anything, but people started warning you that there was some weirdness going on at the hotel. Just before sunset, you arrived at the hotel, which sits on a large kind of football-shaped island in the middle of the river, and that has a long bridge going to it. It looks kind of like this is the my quick rendition because I didn't have much time today. But let's see. Everyone, there were a few people there, but they were all like sleeping in or around their wagons outside on the hotel grounds instead of inside the hotel. You briefly talked to a young human woman and her father who were also staying outside, who said they'd been warned about strange noises, lights, and voices. You all went inside the hotel and were greeted by the owner, a very elegant elf woman named Elga Ladwin. Here she is, who seemed to be very good flirty friends with Clancy. Clancy delivered a gift of 2 barrels of brown sugar to her, and Elga Ladwin apologized that her cook wasn't there, so she didn't have anyone to make them any food for all you guys, at which point Boldar volunteered to whip something up. And I think that's everything. Any questions? No?
Clear over here for me.
Okay.
What type of architecture are we talking for this
It's
hotel?
almost like a Victorian manor house with 2 long wings.
Okay.
On the side of it. Let me go back up to that slide here. So like there's a center building with 2 wings stretching out to the west and east.
Fuck with it. Okay.
Looks like it's 3 stories.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So Boldar volunteers to whip something up. Before that, Clancy goes, my lady, before any food happens, would you allow me to confer with my entire team out by the wagons? And then Elga Ladwin goes, but of course, Mr. Castle, I eagerly await your return. And Clancy motions for you to all to follow him outside. And you step outside. You're approached by 2 male humanoid figures, both wearing leather armor and carrying a spear. One has blue skin and pointy ears of a drow. The other one looks human, clean-shaven, scruffy blonde hair. The drow hails Clancy. Mr. Castle, it's good to see you again. Been some time. Sorry we didn't greet you when you came in. We were settling some other travelers. The lady must have been pleased to see you as well. And Clancy shakes this guy's hand and says, Kruger, it's good to see you as well. Glad you're still keeping night watch out here. Of course, couldn't leave the lady defenseless. But she's forbidden me and Connor, he points to the guy, Connor, from entering the building for our own safety. And just then you see another wagon's coming over the bridge across the river into the hotel grounds. And Kruger goes, ooh, gotta go. Night watch duty calls. And he and Connor trot off to greet the wagon. And you head back towards your wagon, and Leaf is standing outside it, leaning up against one of them. And he's like glancing over towards the girl that you guys talked to when you showed up.
What is her hair like?
She has dark skin and black curly hair. Long curly black hair.
Jack now has the pointed ears of a drow and long curly hair, but still the same stark white coloration.
And that girl's not paying attention. She's
Is
currently
Daphne
helping
here?
her father. Daphne is outside with one of the wagons too. So Clancy huddles you all up, including Daphne and Leaf and Devok and everyone. And he says, all right, so let me give you a little bit of exposition about this place. Lady Elga Ladwin and her husband Roger built the original version of this hotel here about 120 years ago. Then during the Raudarian War 100 years ago, the Raudarian army started coming down this river valley, And El Galadwin fled to Hildenea, but Roger stayed behind to try to defend this island. It didn't work. He was killed, and the hotel was razed. El Galadwin spent a couple of decades rebuilding this place. Now, that lady is a dear friend of mine. If there's some weirdness chasing away patrons from her establishment, I say we split the party. Some of you stay out here with the wagons, and some of you come inside, and we'll figure this weirdness out.
Jack's
So,
already walking towards the building. In the middle
Yeah,
of this speech, Jack already
Jack,
started
Jack.
walking away.
Come back,
What?
come back.
Oh,
So, yeah, Jack, Velwyn, Reyna, Celine, Divok, and Leaf. Why don't we stay inside? Daphne, Lenny, Boldar, you guys can stay outside. Sounds good? Daphne goes, sounds good, boss. And Leaf pipes up, actually, boss, would it be okay if I stayed out here tonight? And you can kind of see him glance over at the girl in the next wagon over, who kind of surreptitiously glances back at him. And Divok goes, yeah, let the boy enjoy the beauty of the night air. And Daphne says, yeah, you know what? It might be a new experience for Boldar to spend the night inside a comfy bed instead of on the ground, right?
Oh, no. I like the ground.
Well, why don't you give it a try tonight?
Are we outside right now or inside?
Yeah, we're outside.
Before Reyna goes inside, she procures a flower and gives it to Daphne.
Oh, okay. She goes, oh, thank you, Dad. Thank you, Reyna.
Jack has started walking back to the manor again.
That's fine. Jack, stay with the group.
Huh? Oh, well, all right.
And he goes, oh,
Hmm.
one last thing. And he pats his pockets and he pulls out the small, smooth olive colored stone that has some markings carved into it. And he holds it up to his face. And he speaks into it. Mercy, sweetheart, arrived safely at hotel. Some weirdness here. And you see he's counting on his fingers. We'll try to solve it. Be good for Brenna. Love you so much. And then he kind of holds it up to his ear and listens for a moment. You all don't hear anything, but he's listening to something. And he kind of looks surprised and then chuckles. My daughter has just informed me that if I go and get myself killed, she'll have me resurrected so she can kill me herself. Quite the Spitfire. Not surprising. Her full name, after all, is Mercy of the Swift Claw. So let's all head back in.
Strong name.
Of is an interesting
But
middle
Boldar
name.
is outside, staying outside, right?
What's your
Boldar and
full
Leaf
name?
switch places. So Boldar's coming in with us. Because Leaf wanted to
Boldar-
flirt with the girl out there.
Boldar, what's your full name? Just out of
Boldar.
curiosity. Boldar is your full name?
Boldar is my full name, yes.
Wonderful.
Great, honestly. Is there a problem?
No problem. No problem. But you're
From near
judging-
the manor, you hear, "Are you guys gonna come over here?"
Jack's going ahead.
Yeah, let's go join Jack.
Y'all catch up to Jack and head inside. El Galadwin's standing at the base of the stairs in the foyer. Let me describe the foyer because only Boldar has heard this description so far.
Mhm.
So it's a wide room, like 30 feet wide, maybe 40, probably 30 feet deep. And the ceilings are 3 stories high in here. It's a huge room. In front of you, there's stairs that go up to a little landing and then split and go off on either side up into a second floor hallway that goes off down each wing. And on the landing, standing on the landing is like a decorative suit of armor with like candelabras standing up on either side of it. And then above the suit of armor, like the top 15 feet of the back wall, is a beautiful stained glass window that's depicting like a knight in armor battling a red dragon. Okay, so you come back in and Clancy goes, "Milady, allow me to introduce my fine crew who have volunteered to stay the night in your establishment. And he introduces you all in turn. And Elgaladwin says, it's wonderful to meet you all. This way to the kitchen, Boldar. I'm excited to see what you'll whip up. I'm afraid I've never been a terribly skilled cook myself.
Oh, you'll be pleasantly surprised with what I'm going to get made for you.
And she leads you through a door on the ground floor on the east side of the foyer into a kitchen. You know what? I have a map of this place. Let me share this screen.
Map.
If you say it 3 times, it helps.
Map.
Map.
They sound like migrating geese.
Map.
Map.
Do you know in French the sound a goose makes is honk? And I think that's so great.
Can we
Honk,
please
honk.
have a fucking weirdness bout of like flying maps over the hotel? Can we?
Honk.
Map, map.
All right, here we are.
Do you want it big?
Sure.
We make it big.
So this is what you see so far. So
Oh, wait, where is everybody?
You broke it,
oh,
dog.
you only get 2 people. There you go. That looks good. So this is the front doors you came in. Here's the foyer. Here's the stairs leading up to the landing. Here's the suit of armor. This door over here goes to the kitchen. And Elgaladwin shows you into this door, which is a huge pantry, like 15 feet long, 10 feet wide. Shelves lined with all sorts of stuff. And Boulder, she shows you through this door into a room that is supernaturally cold and has like meats and cheeses and stuff in it. So you're free to whip up whatever you want. If you want, you can make an investigation roll with advantage to see if you can figure out something good to cook.
I had a dish in mind.
Oh, okay. You can
Um,
certainly do that.
He's gonna take an exorbitant amount of time, and then once that's over, he's going to present everyone with just hard-boiled eggs.
Yeah, there's like an oven and whole stove top over here. So there's, let's see, it's down here. So yeah, it's easy enough to make hard-boiled eggs. While you're considering what to cook and everything, Elgaladwin has you all sit around this table here. There's benches in the back and some chairs, enough for everyone to crowd around. And she says, Mr. Castle, be a darling and pick out a bottle of wine from that shelf, won't you? I'll pick one from this shelf. And as Clancy stands and starts pouring through the bottles, she reaches out and a mage hand extends from her hand and flies up to the top of the shelf and grabs a bottle and brings it back down. And she says, this is a wonderfully dry red wine from Vostokiva, which is the continent that Raina's from, coincidentally. And Clancy holds up a bottle at her and she goes, oh, an ice wine from Doriel. You always did have a sweet tooth. Good choice. And her mage hand starts setting out wine glasses in front of each of you, and Clancy opens the bottles. And she says, it's been so long since I've seen you, Mr. Castle. So busy running your business empire. What brings you to brighten my doorway this evening? And Clancy kind of sighs and goes through his whole spiel about the 2 missing wagons full of stone and how he's formed the search party to see if they can find out what happened. And Elgaladwin goes, oh, that's dreadful. Who are the crews of those wagons? And Clancy says, Elaine and her crew and Hadley and his crew. Oh, no, they've both stayed here many times. Elaine is such a sweetheart. Oh, Clancy, I do hope you find them all safe and sound. I really do. Thank you, milady. I appreciate that. If you don't mind, what more can you tell us about this weirdness? Well, it all started about a week ago. Innocuous at first, little things. Something moved out of place, small items gone missing like cutlery. Then a few nights ago, people started reporting strange noises, clinking and clattering, unintelligible whispering.
Jack leans over to Velwyn and goes, this sounds like Lenny was here before us.
Then my night custodian saw what he described as a dim torch being carried at the end of the second floor hallway in the east wing, right above the kitchen here. When he approached closer, it vanished and there was no one there. And some more things went missing, larger things, vases, some of Roger's old swords, silverware, coins. But then last night, there were only 6 people staying here. I was asleep in my chambers in the far end of the west wing. A woman and her daughter were staying in room 201, actually directly above the kitchen here. And they were both awoken by a bright torchlight in their room and a voice growling. They said it was saying, "Get out, get out, get out." Then the light vanished, and they said there was no one in the room. And then all of the guests and my entire night staff heard a very loud, very angry voice shouting at them all to get out. And then there was this incredibly loud clatter, which woke me up, which was that suit of armor out on the landing there, apparently being thrown to the bottom of the stairs. Everyone was understandably freaked out. The guests all said they couldn't spend the night in the hotel, not anymore. They grabbed their things and fled to the grounds. So I sent my whole staff straight away to Fintonpire to get help. I'm friends with the forge cleric there. I know she'll help me. My staff urged me to come with them, but I knew more people would be showing up here tonight and I couldn't leave them unattended, even if they refused to come inside. I didn't know you would be coming though, Mr. Classel. I'm so glad you're here. And she reaches out and squeezes his hand. Think nothing of it, milady. We'll spend the night here. And should this weirdness rear its ugly head, we'll find a way to get it sorted. Right, everyone?
Has anything like this happened before? Like, anything fun like this before?
Well, it depends on your definition of fun, but there hasn't been this severe a weirdness inside the hotel before.
Hey, we should all sleep in the room where this happened.
201.
Well, there's only 2 beds in that room, so
We can fit. We can all.
You might. I'll give you several rooms.
No, that's too kind.
And
Raina and I will sleep in one bed with Boulder, and Vailwyn can be in the other bed.
I acquiesce to this plan.
I like the floor, honestly.
Okay, then Vailwyn, you get both beds, and Raina and I and Boulder.
Mind, I'll take my own room.
Okay.
Just as Boldar's hard-boiled eggs are about done, Gladwin turns to Celine and says, "I'm terribly sorry, my dear, but you do look very familiar. Have you stayed in my hotel before?" And Celine goes, "Oh, yes, actually. It was 8 years ago. I was only 14 years old. I was heading towards Hildenea." And Gladwin snaps her fingers. "Of course. I seem to remember a timid little girl who was going to Orantur, my homeland, to study at the Noria Tare Mage Academy. Yes? Look at you now. You've grown into such a beautiful young woman."
Vailwyn, is that where you went?
No. No, it is not. And Celine says, "Thank you, Lady Gladwin. Do you mind? I couldn't help but notice your necklace. Is that..." And there's like a ruby, an uncut but polished ruby dangling from a chain around Gladwin's neck. And she goes, "Oh, yes, this is a spell storing stone. My late husband, Roger, cast a spell into it and gave it to me on our wedding. I haven't had the heart to cast the spell since then." And just then, Boldar appears at the table with hard-boiled eggs.
They're like in the little have you ever seen how they had like soft boiled eggs and it's like in the little canister
In the
thing?
little cup.
Yeah, he kind of brings them out tray by tray and just place them. Dinner is served, and he does that for every single little cup. He unveils them. A
Thank
delicacy within the church, my church.
You see Celine and Devok kind of cover their mouths and giggle a little bit.
Do you make other things, or is it just the egg?
Well, sometimes we scramble them.
I'm sure it'll be wonderful, Boldar, says Elgaladwin. And
I like it.
Thank you. See, you could be a little more grateful.
Oh,
It's a-
I'm grateful, and I'll take a bite. How is it? Can we get a roll on?
yeah,
quality of-
roll a dexterity check to see how well you can boil eggs.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Fellas, we're looking at a solid 6.
They're way overcooked.
It's a little dry, but it's okay if you dip it in the wine.
It's good. It's good. Well done.
All right. Well, you
Yeah.
managed to
With
swallow
water?
down as much egg as you want. Elgaladwin goes out and to the foyer. There's a little desk off on the west side of the room, and she goes behind it and she pulls out keys, room keys, and she says, "All right, this is room 201, where the main weirdness happened last night." And she hands it out. Who wants to take it?
I'll put my hand up to take the key.
Okay. And we also have 202, 203, 204. Is anyone sharing a bed romantically? Because those are on a different floor.
Jack looks around like,
Clancy says, it'll be fine.
Raina flexes so hard that her shirt rips from her biceps.
Clancy goes, Raina, I don't have another one for you. Someone leaf nose mending. We'll get that fixed in the morning.
Jack looks slightly more buff.
So, how do you want to split up rooms? You have 4 rooms you can split up. Clancy wants his own room.
I'm going to 201.
He'll take 204, which is the furthest away from the stairs. 201 is right at the top of the stairs as soon as you enter the hallway of the rooms. Here, let me switch to the second floor here.
Who would like to go to 201 with me?
Raina does
Jack
not
will go
give a
to-
shit where she sleeps. 'Cause
Jack
she'll
wants to go-
murder anybody that breaks in. She'll just choke them to death.
Jack wants to
Sorry,
go
say
to
that again.
What?
Sorry, say what? I didn't hear that.
Raina don't give a fuck who she sleeps in the same room as, because if anybody were to come in, she would just give them a sleeper hold until they choke to death.
Rain's a little violent.
Fuck the police.
All right, it sounds
Except for my
sounds like I'm taking Jack.
Jack wants to go wherever the disturbances were the most.
Okay, that's 201. So it's Jack and Velwyn in 201. So Celine actually grabs your arm, Raina, and takes you into 202.
Ooh.
And then Devok
I like where
and
this is
Boldar,
going.
Devok and Boldar into 203. And then all by himself, Clancy in 204. Great. So we'll say it's about, by this time, it's probably 9 or 10 o'clock at night. As you're going into the rooms, Clancy turns to you all and says, just in case this weirdness is aggressive, be a good idea to sleep in your armor, those of you who wear it.
Okay.
Be a
Does
good
anyone want
idea
to set up a
sleep.
watch or anything?
If we are being told to sleep in our armor, as I walk into the room, I'll cast Mage Armor on myself.
Cash what?
And as mage armor, it's a spell that gives unarmored people more protection. Celine is actually going to cast it too as she goes into the room with Raina.
I'll give her a thumbs up.
She thumbs up back.
Squishy motherfuckers.
Boulder will look at Devok and say, I can take first watch if you'd like to rest a bit.
Sure, I can fall asleep anywhere. And he's wearing just like this white linen shirt and flowy white linen pants. And he just takes the shirt off, takes his pants off, and like folds in on himself in such a way where like his limbs and his legs suck together. And he closes his eyes, and there's just a palm tree standing in the middle of the room. You cannot tell that is a humanoid at all now.
What a nice tree.
And you hear, "Boots."
Fucking palm tree. I'll take first watch from my room.
Okay. Boldar, what is your passive perception?
I very much hope very perception-y. 14.
14. Velwyn, what's yours?
14.
Oh, okay. Then you would actually both hear this. So this just before midnight, Velwyn and Boldar, you hear a faint, repeated clanking sound, like chink, 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 that gets steadily quieter, like kind of like it's moving away. And then a clattering sound, like pieces of metal being dropped on stone. It's very faint.
Can I stealthily open up the door and see if I can't peek out?
Sure. So you open up your front door. You look around. You don't see anything in the hallway. Boulder?
I think I'll just walk out of the door and then look straight down the hallway.
You see?
Which direction?
Towards
Towards the foyer or
towards 206.
towards 206? Oh, down that way? Yeah,
Yes.
you do not see anything down that direction.
When you turn back the other way, you see Velvin like slowly.
Yeah, Velvin is peeking out of his door.
Why don't you open the door all the way?
What? Shh. Shh.
Okay. Just then you hear clang, 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 clang. Like someone dropped a metal bowl on a stone floor, and it's like rattling around. And it sounds like it came from the kitchen directly below you.
You first. Let's go.
You could say
actually,
please.
Please.
Let me check something.
Okay, I will.
Can we be quiet as we go?
No.
Are you going to wake up anyone else?
No, that would, at least for me, that would be a little mean. They're trying to rest.
So it would be mean to wake people up, but not. It's polite for you to be just causing a ruckus as we go downstairs. We could.
I
we could
feel like
go
I'm not
quietly.
asleep because I'm trying to court Celine because we're sharing a bed.
Well, you're not sharing a bed. There's 2 beds in the room.
Well, we're sharing a room, so I'm courting her because I have beautiful green skin and lustrous raven hair and beautiful
really hot.
biceps.
So you would hear the clang then, and Celine would hear it too.
Am I perturbed about it?
Yeah, it's not a normal noise you hear.
I'll put my shirt back on.
Your ripped shirt.
Put your chainmail shirt back on.
I put my chainmail back on.
Okay. Celine goes, I'll wake everyone else up. And she goes outside and she sees
us
Boldar
bickering.
and Boldar and Velvin out there. And she goes, "What was that noise?"
I don't know.
I think someone may have slipped.
Wake everyone up. We'll find out. And she heads off towards Clancy's room.
Y'all have fun with that. I am going to take a moment. Poldart, why don't you wake everybody up? And in the meantime, I'm going to sneak my ass downstairs before everybody goes down real loud as fuck.
Okay.
I think we should have a buddy system.
Velwyn, make a stealth roll for me, please.
Okay. Oh, gosh. 24.
Nice. You are pretty darn silent. So you make your way down to the foyer. Let me pull back up the first floor. And you notice that the armor that was standing on the landing is gone.
Where the fuck did that go?
So Boldar, you wake up Jack and Divok.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So everyone is out in the hallway now. And Celine comes back from Clancy's room and goes, Clancy's not there. He's not in his room.
Oh. Should we be concerned?
Well, maybe he was the one making all the noise.
I don't know. It sounded a little metallic.
I'm going to check the kitchen when I can get a chance. But
All right. Yeah, so everyone heads towards the kitchen because that's where the sound came from.
Yes, I would like to.
Okay. Let me...
They'll would do it his best, like sneak along, and everybody just comes like fucking rocking up.
Let me do... Here's the token for... This is your party now. So you've come out, you go down here, and you go into the kitchen. Bloop. This represents all of you collectively.
Is Celine here, or is it just the main party?
It's the four of you and Celine and Divok. So 6 of you are walking around now.
Raina tests at her fists. She warms them up and goes, "Bah, bah, 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 bah," like that one mustache dude from the newest Mission Impossible.
Oh, Henry Cavill. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You cock your
Yes.
your fists like you're
Yes.
cocking a gun.
As
Yes.
you do. As you do.
Excuse me.
One does.
So whoever's opening the door to the kitchen, make a stealth roll for me, please.
I think I was first, so I will.
Yeah, you would have been first.
How about a 15?
15? Okay. It opens pretty quietly. You're pretty confident in that. And you peek in, and as you're opening the door, you very faintly hear from somewhere in front of you a heavy scraping sound, like a piece of furniture being dragged across a floor. And you open the door and you look in, and in the middle of the kitchen floor, there is a metal bowl just upturned on the floor, and some cutlery, about a dozen pieces, just kind of strewn about on the floor.
So it is currently like dark in here, right? Like none of the.
There's some light. It's a clear night, so there's moonlight coming in through the window.
Okay.
So
And
it's dim light.
When we were here before, how is this place lit? Is it like candlelight?
It's candlelight. It looked like it was mostly magic.
Okay. Okay. So there were candles in here before.
Yes.
Can I prestidigitate a candle on?
Sure. Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
can you what?
Prestidigitate. Cast
It's
in
a
magic.
spell.
Yeah. Obviously, that's what I heard.
So yeah, a candle comes on. You can light as many as you like until it's a bright
Here,
light in here. if
We're
you
gonna
want
light
it.
up the kitchen here.
Okay. So in the kitchen here, you have this door you came in. There's the door to the pantry and the cold room. And then there's this other door that you never went in. So what would you like to do?
Did I punch down the door?
If you want.
Let's try.
You want to stride over there and punch the door?
If you guys want me to, I totally will because I'm strong. enough.
Let's try the door first, and then if that doesn't work, we'll consider our options. Yeah.
I think we should not cause property damage.
Boldar, if you would be so kind as to check the pantry where you got the eggs earlier, I'm gonna check this other door.
Okay.
Okay. Boldar, you go into the pantry.
I like to.
Make a perception check for me real quick.
I'd also like to make it abundantly clear because I wear heavy armor. I'm not trying to be stealthy.
So you're in chainmail too, aren't you? You and Raina are clinking around in chainmail.
God, you fucking.
My clink is sultry, not
yes.
Every
it's
time,
very poetic and melodic.
every time I try to play a stealthy character, I swear to God, my party are like the loudest
Hey.
motherfuckers in the world.
Hey, I'd like you to know, you know how I feel now.
What do you mean? I am stealthy in that game.
Not a +10 at advantage stealthy. For a perception, 15.
Okay, 15.
Maybe it's not.
You're pretty sure with a 15 that everything in here is as you left it. It doesn't look like anything in here has been disturbed.
This is where I put the cinnamon. This is where
that you didn't use.
That this is where I put the other eggs. This is where I accidentally knocked over the salt and told nobody.
Beautiful.
I put it back. I promise.
Is there still some on the ground?
He put it back.
I put it back.
What's in this other room over here?
Okay. So you go to open the door?
Yeah.
Okay. Behind that door is what looks to be an unused, kind of cluttered study. There's a desk in the middle of it. There's shelves to the side. There looks to be a bunch of paintings leaned up against the wall. There's some miscellaneous piles of just stuff that you would have in a hotel. And on the back wall here is a really big like bookshelf that doesn't have any books on it. It looks to be empty.
We're missing a suit of armor.
And this is kind of the direction you heard the scraping sound.
Oh, this room?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna look back at the party in Boulder, and I'm gonna point into this room, and I will go into it, and we're gonna investigate around to see if I can't find anything.
All right. Make an investigation check.
So,
and anyone can help him and give him advantage, or if someone's good at investigation.
You don't need to do that. Funny story. Am a sorcerer. For some reason, thought I was a wizard. Thought I would be good at investigation. It's +0, but I rolled a nat 20. So,
all right,
we're chilling.
So, next to this bookshelf, you very clearly see on the ground scrape marks, as if the shelf had recently been moved. Very clear scrape marks.
Beautiful. Is it like this is a fucking magical bookshelf that like slides out, or is this like scrape marks like somebody shoved this bitch over?
It looks like scrape marks like someone moved this bookshelf in this place and scratched up the hell out of the floor when they did so.
I'm gonna stick my head back through the door. Boulder.
Oh.
Boulder. Raina, come here.
Shink, 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 shink.
Devok and Celine come in with you too. And Jack too, I presume, since Joff is on a break. I'll just have Jack join as well.
Yeah.
Should I shove it out of the way or like punch it into splinters? Because I could.
Scrape marks right there next to the bookshelf. Can you move it to the side? Just
that was me moving it, not punching it to splinters. But yes,
okay,
I can
so
fucking move it.
Lena just grabs the shelf and just shoves it to the side. The wall behind is like a stonework wall, and some of the stonework is missing. There is a hole in the wall about 5 feet tall and about 3 feet wide, and it's dark beyond.
Does it matter if I have 120 feet of dark vision?
No, you can see that there are stairs going down. They only go down about so that if you went all the way down to the bottom of them, which you can see, you would be about 15, 20 feet below the level you're on now.
Okay.
I'm willing to go first because if we encounter anything, I could break its neck between
Stairs.
my muscular hands. And then Velwyn could be right behind me shining the light, but then I could punch something through its chest and rip its still beating heart out.
Yeah,
Fair
give me a marching order if you're going to go down these stairs.
Fair point. I do not have a light.
You have dark vision. Well, you can just put your hand on my shoulder and guide me, right?
You have dark vision too, Raina, actually, but only 60 feet.
Yeah, so I also have dark vision, actually, Velwyn. You probably didn't know that, but
I'll let you know when it's out of your range.
What is?
When we see something that's past 60 feet, I'll let you know.
Well, we have 60 feet, though. I think
the bottom of the stairs is within 60 feet. So, Raina, you can see the bottom of these stairs.
Do I have to roll something or not?
No, you can just see them.
Dark vision.
Good.
Dark vision.
Perfect.
It's dim.
So
it's dim light.
Away,
but...
right? I'm kind of the tough
So
guy
what's your marching order? So Raina's in front.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have dark vision. So
well,
I'm gonna before we go down, as Boldar says he doesn't have dark vision, I'm gonna go grab like one of the candles that hopefully there's like a candle holder or something around here, and I'm gonna give it to Boldar.
well,
Yeah,
that's
you can find one of those in the kitchen. So Boldar has a little 10 feet of dim light around him.
And
Nobody has
5 feet
torch?
maybe.
as we do that, I'm gonna look at him and go, okay, look,
mhm.
hand on my shoulder, you behind me,
Mhm.
and just follow
Mhm.
me. And when we get into a circumstance where it matters, I'm going to turn it back on. Okay.
Turn
And
what
then I'm
back
gonna
on?
snap my fingers, and the light's gonna go out on the candle.
Oh, it's spooky.
I mean, can we all put everyone's hand on everyone's shoulder so we're like running? I was about to say something very inappropriate.
Jack is heading down the stairs.
Yeah, that checks out. Let's go.
So Jack is in front now because you all started deliberating. So we'll say Devok takes up the rear because he's big and strong, with Celine right in front of him. I'll catch Joff up real quick. Hi, Joff. So you all heard noises in the night, and you found a secret staircase behind a bookshelf, and the party was trying to decide which order they would go in, and you just headed down the stairs.
Excellent. Sorry about that.
You're in the
We
lead.
deliberated too long.
Jack
Even
does
though
things that
Carrie should have taken lead.
sometimes Jack has this intuition that something is a very good idea. That's a cute dog. So I'm down the stairs now?
Yes.
Excellent.
So at the bottom of the stairs is about a 20-foot hallway goes straight ahead, and there's a wooden door, simple wooden door at the end of it. And you can see some light creeping in through the crack under the door.
Well, I feel like I should probably take lead at this point. I feel like strongest person should probably, you know. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna take lead regardless, and I'm gonna open the door. Is it locked?
Oh, you just walk up to the door and open it?
Why not?
All right, great. You do it. That happened.
Is it unlocked?
Okay, so you fling open the door, and behind the door,
Well, it
you
already
see
happened,
this,
Velwyn. I'm sorry, it already happened.
this really large chamber that's got to be about 80 feet long and 40 feet wide, but the ceilings are only about 10 to 12 feet tall. So it's a very long hall, basically. There are 4 pillars holding up the ceiling in the middle of it, and lining each wall, there are 4 braziers evenly spaced that are alight with fire. So this place is well lit. You see to your left, on the left wall, is a small gathering of vases. Towards the far end of the hallway, there's about a 10-foot long desk with a chair behind it. And it looks like there's like a lit torch or like maybe a brazier or something on the desk. It's hard to see at this distance, but there's a torchlight there. And standing next to the desk is that suit of armor that you saw, completely motionless, like it's been just put here now.
I don't like that.
And let me actually share this screen.
Hey Chris, would you say there are any scones in here?
No scones, it's braziers.
What do you mean
Damn.
scones? Do you mean sconces?
Sconces, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
We've been making this joke for a hot minute.
Well, I wasn't here for it. First off,
So here's the room.
can anyone roll a perception check to make sure there are no living and sentient spirits in this room? And secondly, can I eat a scone?
As you come into the room, if someone wants to make a perception check, they can.
Sure. Oh god, that's awful. It's
I rolled a 16.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I rolled an 11.
I rolled a 23.
Although
I
I don't
rolled a
trust that
13.
fucking armor out
I
of
rolled a 13.
discipline.
So you all glance around the room. You don't see anything, Velwyn or Jack or Raina. You don't see anything out of the ordinary. Boldar, you see the suit of armor very subtly sway. Like barely perceptibly sway.
I don't trust
And
that.
then you all hear this whispery voice. Interlopers. This hotel will be mine again. Deal with them. And the torchlight winks out. Oops, wrong one. Bloop. And the suit of armor goes clank, 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 clank.
Velwyn,
Hey,
light
step
that
forward.
candle. Can
Before-
any
yeah,
of
I was
us?
gonna say, can we light the candle before
Who-
we go into combat? Can that
Who
be
has a sword?
It's the room in here is well lit because of all
Okay.
these
didn't
braziers
suddenly
on
turn
lighting
off.
the
Good.
walls.
Good.
Before anyone does anything else, please, everyone, roll initiative for me.
I'm so used to Yari's insane bonus to initiative that I feel.
That means
Dude.
D20.
Fucking tell me about it. I've been playing
Oh,
Knocked with
D20
the +9.
Add your dexterity
I
modifier.
don't know what mine is for Reina. Can you tell me?
It's
What's your dexterity modifier?
For Reina, I don't know.
Oh, you don't have it in front of you.
know. Help!
Hold on, let me pull Raina up.
Thank you. Oh shit.
I hold a 15.
Raina, hold on. You have a +1 to initiative, Raina.
+1, you say?
Yep.
Well, I only rolled an 8, so I don't think it actually
So
matters.
you get a 9 then, Raina. Let me put all this in. Bellman, what did you get?
Dirty 20.
20. Jack, you got a 15. Jack?
He said yes.
Oh, okay. Boldar, what'd you get?
A 9.
9.
Yeah.
So you and Raina have the same initiative. Boldar and Raina each roll a d20 and tell me who gets a higher number.
Seven.
I got a
These cheese dice are
2.
fucking rigged.
Sorry, what Boldar get?
2.
Okay, so Raina will actually go first. Okay. So before combat actually happens, the suit of armor reaches to its sides and draws 2 swords and then lets them go, and they stay floating in the air on either side of him.
Oh, fuck.
This piece
But
of shit.
Velwyn goes first. So, Velwyn, what would you like to do? Let me zoom in a little bit here.
I think what we're gonna do is just do the thing. We're gonna do the thing that I like made the character to do at level 1, right?
Okay.
So we are going to cast Witch Bolt, and then I am going to twinned meta magic the Witch Bolt
Okay,
on
so you
both of the swords.
Okay, so you're targeting both of the swords. All right, roll 2 attack rolls, 1 for each sword.
The first one, holy shit, is going to be a 25,
That definitely hits. So that we'll say that's the top one.
and the second one is going to be an 18.
Those both hit.
Hell yeah. Okay, the first one is going to be 9 points of lightning damage,
Okay.
and the second one is going to be 10 points of lightning damage.
Nice. Okay. So these
then-
swords both like get shocked, and you can see them start to glow white hot and kind of bend out of shape a little bit as this magic electrical energy pours into them. Next on the initiative is...
Can I also move like into the corner? Just
Oh, sure. Yeah.
yeah,
Just move up towards that brazier there.
yeah.
Like, say you get over here.
Cool.
Next in the initiative is Jack.
Jack smiles a big grin that's almost too big as their mouth stretches a little bit. And I'm going to use my bonus action to Hexblade's Curse the suit of armor.
Cool. All right. One sec. Let me... Boop. It's cursed.
And then great. How far am I from the... Can I get into melee?
You're exactly 30 feet from them. So if you want to move up, you definitely can.
Yeah, Jack's crazy enough to do that.
Okay, you want to just go whoop, right up to the suit of armor?
Right up to the suit of armor. And then
right.
Jack's going to cast Booming Blade and then take an attack action.
Ooh.
Okay. Roll your
I
attack.
Booming blade.
Don't know if that's going to hit 12.
12 does not hit. So you swing at it, and it brings up an armored arm and deflects your flute, your giant flute, out of the way without taking any apparent damage.
That's my turn.
Okay. After that, this sword... What is their movement speed? Okay. This sword, which is being lashed by electrical energy, is going to go... Oops, that's the wrong person.
Can I take my attack of opportunity on the
And
sword?
you can
more
take your
than
attack of
30
opportunity
feet.
on it. Yeah, they have a speed of 50.
Oh fuck.
Oh, okay. It doesn't matter. It would have been 13. That wouldn't have mattered. Does 15 hit
15 does not hit.
the sword? Oh wow.
Correct.
They hard to hit.
So
them,
the sword
buddy.
is going to take a swing at Velwyn. Click here.
Oh, Jack, you're so silly. Why did I use my reaction when I have shield?
14.
Jack.
14 does not hit through mage armor.
Okay, so it flies at you, takes a swing, and this green like energy just at the last second deflects it away from you. That is that sword's turn. The other sword is going to also fly past Jack, but he already used his reaction. And it's going to come up here and it's going to harass Reyna. So it takes a swing at Reyna. And it rolls a 7. So it also just whiffs it.
So I roll a d20?
No, you don't roll anything. It rolled to attack you and it
Piece
missed.
of shit, sword fucker.
All right, next is Celine. Okay. Celine feels kind of backed into a corner here. She's going to back up this way a little bit. Take a look around. See, this sword is harassing Velwyn, and she's going to magic missile it. So that is D4s. Okay. So all 3 of her magic missiles circle into the sword and pelt it. And it starts to dent and it looks all out of shape. But it's still hovering in there, but it barely looks like a sword anymore.
Still tethered to electricity, worth noting.
Yes, it's still tethered to electricity. So if your concentration is up at the next turn, you automatically get to damage it. So that will be Celine's turn. Next up is the armor, and it's just going to try to wallop Jack because it's standing right in front of him. It rolls a 9. Boy, I'm rolling terribly so far.
Is that 9 total?
9 total.
Okay.
That's rough, buddy.
Jack does the splits, and it goes.
It goes right. Takes a fist, goes right over your head. All right. Next,
do I clap for that?
Next is Reyna.
Reyna,
what would you like to do?
I would love to take the sword that is closest to me and grab it and take my foot and fucking stomp it so it breaks.
Okay, this is an interesting thing. You can try to grapple it on this turn. You won't be able to make an attack roll if you do, but if you do successfully grapple it, the sword won't be able to move. And so it couldn't attack anyone else.
I don't want it to move. I want it to hold still while I stomp. I want to hold it with one hand and then I want to stomp it with one foot to break it in half.
Okay, so you can spend this turn grabbing it, which actually is a good thing to do because with your unarmed fighting ability, if you're still grabbing it at the start of your next turn, you automatically do 1d4 damage to it without even having to roll. And then you can also attack it. So what I need you to do, Reyna, is roll an athletics check, which is +6 for you.
Is that a d20?
D20 +6, yes.
Well, God fucking damn it. I rolled a 4, so +6, I rolled a fucking 10.
10, all right.
Chris.
And I will roll to see if the sword evades your grasp.
It better not be a fucking more than 10.
Well, let's see.
No.
I rolled a 3 on the die. +2 is 5. So Reyna reaches out and grabs this flying sword by the hilt and holds on to it.
Hell yeah.
So this sword can no longer move. That is Reyna's turn.
Is it a shocking experience?
No, the lightning isn't going into the hilt or the handle, just into the
I'd
blade.
like it anyway.
So Reyna, if you want, you can move and drag this sword with you if you want to move to a different position, or you can just stay put. Oh, muted.
I'm going to drag it away from the group. Any position that I can move that is the farthest away from the majority of the group, I'm dragging it that way as far as I can.
So you want to go like down this way, say?
Yeah,
To-
whatever I can do, whatever will not affect my friends the most, and that's what I'm trying to do.
Okay, so you can get, let's say,
Yeah, let's do
halfway,
Yeah.
like
Okay,
right
great.
here,
I'm
say.
dragging the sword there.
Yeah, you're dragging the sword with you, so the sword comes.
Yeah, little bitch ass sword.
I clicked on the sword. There we go. So the sword comes with you. So you're holding onto that sword, dragging it down there. That's awesome. Okay, so that's your turn. Next is... Who is next? Boldar is next.
Hello. I think Boldar. Oh. I think I will cast or let me go give some help to Jack. I'm gonna go up to the armor.
Oh, you're gonna go ahead to the armor. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And that'll be
you can head right here with 30 feet of movement. So you're within
Perfect.
5 feet of it.
And I will try to bonk it with my warhammer.
Okay.
I do have a shield out.
So one-handed. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. But I will not hit it. I rolled an 8.
8 will not hit. Not shocking. But yeah, that does miss. So you take a swing at it, and it kind of leans back out, and the hammer just misses in front of it.
Dang it.
Do you have any bonus actions you want to do or anything?
I will hold off on that for just a second.
Level 2 things.
Is it that your turn?
Yes, sir.
Next is finally Devok, who rolled very poorly on his initiative.
Didn't Boulder roll a 2?
No, I had a 9. I rolled a 2.
Yeah, he got a
roll
9.
off.
Gotcha.
Boldar holds his sledgehammer in front of him, and he closes his eyes and concentrates for just a second, and he opens them, and he's got this real focused look, and he is going to run. Where does he want to go? Squishy guy in trouble. So he's going to head up here, and he's going to take a swing at that. Okay. Taking a swing at the sword. Ooh, with a 19, he hits the sword, which only had 1 hit point left. So he takes the sledgehammer and brings it down onto the sword, which just cracks in half, and both halves just go clattering to the ground. Clatter, clatter. And it is gone. And he looks very satisfied with himself. And we'll end his turn. So next, you all hear this weird, dry clattering sound.
Lenny?
like bones clattering against each other. And indeed, you see this up here is some sort of vent, and there's one down on the southern wall as well. And from out of those vents comes pouring a cacophony of bones. And as they come clattering out, they take the shapes of regular-sized skeletal rats. 2 swarms of skeletal rats come pouring out of these vents. About 20, 25 skeletal rats in each swarm.
That
Oh,
sounds
Jesus
so cute.
Christ.
How many swarms though? How
2
precious.
swarms. There's about 50 rats clattering around in here, skeletal rats. This one is going to just rush towards the closest person. Whoop, and he gets right in Boldar's space, and he's going to attack Boldar Can I roll something? I rolled a freaking 2. Oh my gosh, this is some of the worst rolling I've ever done.
You're having a rough day.
I'm having a rough time. This other rat is gonna run up. It's actually closer to Jack, so it's gonna run up, get in Jack's space, and take a swing at Jack. Well, a nibble, let's say. Ooh, dirty 20.
Ooh, Jack's getting hit.
This is the first round,
Hey,
right?
but like,
Yeah.
This is the
But,
first
like-
round, yes.
Yeah,
but,
okay,
like,
you hit.
what if-
You hit for sure.
what if I silvery barbs that though?
You want to?
No, I'm not gonna.
Okay. So that does 6 points of piercing damage as they are swarming and jumping up at you and biting your legs, and it's very painful and very noisy. Lots of crazy clattering. All right. Then that strange torchlight that had vanished whoop, suddenly reappears. And you hear that voice go, "Bastard." And instead of a torchlight, it just becomes this really bright orb. And it's going to attack Velwyn.
What the fuck?
Hey, big threats. It only rolled a 10 to attack.
Yeah, no.
So
Nope.
you managed to either dodge out of the way or mage armor out of the way. Which you prefer?
Mage armor.
Okay, so it tries to attack you and it gets like caught up in this magical field surrounding you and backs off. But now it is Velwyn's turn.
Okay, this thing can talk, right?
Yeah, it just did. It called you a bastard.
Raina, have you got the sword? You've got the sword.
Yeah, I do, don't I?
Yeah, you're holding on to it.
Yeah, you tell me if you are going to take care of the sword or not.
I mean, I'm trying to take care of the sword. If all goes well, I'm gonna take care of this sword. I'm gonna fuck this sword up.
I
Fuck this sword.
wholeheartedly trust you.
Piece of shit.
I'm going to move around to the other side of this orb to not.
That
proc-
was staying within reach.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I think I have to move a little bit closer.
Mhm.
And I am going to once again twinned witch bolt. So we'll drop concentration and twinned witch bolt once again on the orb in front of me and on the suit of armor.
Oh, cool. Orb and suit of armor. Okay. Roll attack roll for orb first.
Okay. 14 on the die for a dirty 20.
That will hit.
And then on the armor, dude, I like this dice. This dice is good to me. That is another natural 20 tonight.
A natural 20.
Yeah, on the armor.
Awesome.
How do we do crits?
You roll the dice twice and then add any modifiers.
Okay.
So you roll
So
2d12.
It's gonna
So
be
first for the orb.
it's gonna be 12 points of lightning damage on the orb,
Okay.
and then 19 points of lightning damage on the armor.
Wow.
Jesus, fucking hell!
Oh, I forgot to put up your concentration. There, you were concentrating.
Dope.
Okay. So the bolt of lightning slips between Boldar and Jack and hits the suit of armor, and it like staggers as this electricity arcs over it. The orb, you reach back. Oh, you know what? You're within 5 feet of it. That roll would be a disadvantage.
I'd have disadvantage. Let's roll it again. 17.
17 actually misses.
Oh shit. Okay, so that will not take 12 damage then.
So the lightning kind of arcs and it like weirdly arcs around it instead of impacting into it. But you do have concentration on the armor.
All right.
Next is... That's as far as you want to move, I assume.
Yeah, we're good.
All right, Jack, you are up. You are fighting a suit of armor, and there's a swarm of skeletal rats attacking you.
Okay. I'm gonna check my bonus actions really quick. Okay. Awesome. Wait, no. Yeah. Hey, that's cool. Okay. So as my bonus action, I'm going to cast Hex. Actually, let me read Hex really quick just to see.
Yeah.
With an attack. Okay. That was a huge hit on the armor. How is the armor looking? Does it look like it's shaken like the beat up like the sword was?
It's looking a little beat up.
Okay, so Jack's gonna cast Hex on the suit of armor as my bonus action.
Okay, so you have Hexblade's Curse and Hex.
And Hex. And then I'm going to attack again.
You're concentrating on Hex. Okay.
Okay, that is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Oh wait, I wanted to cast Booming Blade as my action. Can I? I didn't say that.
No, you didn't say. You already rolled. Sorry.
Okay. It was my plan to do that. I just had another thing up. That's okay. So Hex does 6 necrotic damage.
Okay.
There's +2 damage for the Hexblade's Curse, so that's 8 already.
8.
And the quarterstaff does... Oops, I just rolled to hit instead of rolling my damage. Oh my gosh, full damage. That's 10 points of damage from the quarterstaff. So that is
Okay.
Maximum damage that I could possibly have done on that round. That is 18.
All right. Describe to me how you destroy the suit of armor.
Jack puts the flute up like the into the chest cavity and plays a note into it, and the whole with Hex and all the stuff that's on it, it just flies apart.
Yes.
Crackling with some kind of... I don't know the patron, so what kind of energy would it have attached to it other than the wind?
Wind.
Okay,
That
so
was
it just
so poetic.
it just blasts it and the pieces go flying.
Beautiful.
Okay. There was no one inside that
My
armor.
God.
You probably guessed that. But
Yeah.
it's in pieces all over the ground now.
I guess I didn't need Booming Blade anyway.
Still more hurt.
That was a lot of damage in 2 hits on that thing.
I want to look at Hexblade's Curse really quick.
It's very good.
Oh, can you transfer it to someone else now?
I can, but it's a bonus action.
It's a
So most of my
bonus.
things are bonus actions.
Oh, so you already did bonus action this round.
Yeah, and Hex is technically still up, and Hexblade's Curse is technically still up as long as I'm concentrating on it. I'm not quite sure what to do. I don't know if one goes away. It says for the duration I have the chance to do it, but I don't know if I have to do it right away.
You don't. I'm pretty sure you can do...
For Hex, you can take a bonus action on a later turn to curse a new creature if you still have concentration.
On a later turn. Okay, great.
Because you're just concentrating on Hex.
Great.
As long as
And
you don't drop concentration.
Hexblade's Curse is the same way. It says as a bonus action.
So Hexblade's Curse is dropped because you're concentrating on...
No, Hexblade.
Hexblade's Curse isn't concentration.
Neither one of them are dropped.
Yeah, that's why Hexblade's Curse is so dumb.
Yeah, because it's not concentration. All right.
And if the target... wait, hold on. There's more to... Okay, I'll read. Somebody else's turn. I don't move.
Read. Okay, after that comes the sword that Reyna is grappling is going to... It's not going to try to get away. It's going to try to slice Reyna.
I'm gonna try to take this thing and put it on the ground and fuck up and stump it or
Yes.
push it or
On your turn, you can do that, but it is the sword's turn right now.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
So it. Oh, that is a 22 to hit, which definitely hits. So it's as you're holding it, it slashes at you and manages to catch you in the shoulder and does a whopping 4 points of slashing damage.
Oh.
Okay.
I just need to hop in for a second because I read everything. Hexblade's
Sure.
curse is gone, but
Oh, okay.
I got 6 hit points back.
Oh,
because
that's
the
right.
target died. So I'm back
target
up to full.
Yeah, you can't
Cool.
move Hexblade's Curse until level 14.
Oh, jeez.
But it's on short rest, so you know. Warlock things.
Okay. Who is this? Next is Celine. Celine sees this freaky orb and is going to firebolt it. She had bad luck with this in the last game. Let's see if she has better luck.
I don't know, a 17 missed.
Yeah. 14. Oh, this might actually hit. Spells. +6. Oh, a dirty 20. That hits.
Oh, let's go. Celine knows what's up.
Let's go. Celine rolls and does damage. The fire hits the orb and it kind of goes and grunts, but doesn't seem to be any visibly worse for the wear.
It is an orb.
And she is going, though, to back up.
Who backs up? Me? I back up?
No, Celine is backing. She'll head this way, so she's kind of equidistant to all the combatants. All right. Next would have been the armor, but it has been destroyed. So instead we have Reyna. It is your turn. At the top of your turn, roll 1d4 because you're grappling this thing. You automatically damage it. Are you muted? Yeah.
I roll a 2.
2. Okay. So you automatically do 2 damage to it.
Flexing your foot into it.
Yeah. And now roll. If you want to damage it further, you have to roll an attack roll.
Which is a
So-
D.
D20 +6 for your unarmed strike.
Yeah.
Is it at advantage since she has the sword grappled?
What is my unarmed?
No.
What is
Sorry.
Rene's unarmed strike advantage?
+6.
So
roll D20 +6 to try to damage it further.
well, I have an 8.
8 total?
8 plus
+6.
14.
6.
So that's
I have a
14 actually misses. So you're not able to damage it any more than the 2 points you already did on this turn. All right. Next in the order is Boldar. You are up.
That's me. I'm Boldar.
Getting fucked up by some rats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're being swarmed by rats. Next to Jack,
Hate
who is
rats.
being swarmed by skeletal rats also.
I think I want to take care of the rats at my feet and try to like sweep my hammer around.
Okay.
It's just a simple attack roll.
Just a regular attack roll. You know, no advantage or disadvantage.
Copy that. All right. Hopefully this is better. We're looking at a 11 to hit.
that actually hits. There's a big swarm of rats. It's hard to miss swinging
Yeah.
a hammer through them.
All right, so we're gonna do
So
damage now, and that's going to be a big old number of 9 bludgeoning damage.
okay.
Stomp, stomp, stomp.
So you manage to. It's hard to tell because there's a big swarm, but you think as you swing your hammer through, you manage to smash like 3 or 4 of the rats.
All right.
And then next is sorry, did you want to do anything else in your turn?
My question is if would I have had pebbles in my pockets?
Yes.
All right. I just used my bonus action to make 3 of my pebbles into magic stones.
Oh, excellent. So you can chuck them on future turns.
Yes. And then that'll be
I
the
love
end of
that
my
spell.
turn. It's a great spell.
Okay. Up next is Diva, who is going to rush forward next to Elwyn and take a swing at this crazy glowing orb. Diva. Okay. Oh, he just barely hits, but he does hit. So that's 2d6 for his maul. Wow, that's a good hit. Okay, so he swings at the orb, and it's kind of like almost like hitting like a floating puddle. It like the sledgehammer actually goes through it, but it like slows down and shudders it as it goes through. And again, you hear from it, and it kind of like shakes a little bit. Okay, and that's going to end his turn. Next is the swarms of rats. Since they're
Yay, rats! Go
they're going
rats!
to attack. The first one attacks Boldar with. I rolled a freaking 3. I rolled a freaking 3 again.
Oh my god. Chris,
The
are you
next
okay?
This digital dice is not helping me today. The next one attacks Jack with a natural 20.
Oh, okay.
There it is.
How about that? So
Came back.
it does.
I can't use shield
that's
against that.
I'm out of spell
4d6.
slots. I can't silvery barbs it.
It's all good.
So it does 13 points of piercing damage to Jack.
Ooh, that's
Jack is just being swarmed.
That's like most of my health bar.
13. That's most of mine as well. Okay. So and then 13. So does that means I have to roll over a 13 for my concentration?
Yes. No, wait. Half. So over 10.
Over 10. Okay. Con save. Oh yeah, I got it.
Okay. So you
10 on the
have
die, and I have a
spot.
+3 for my con. All right.
Okay. We're back to the top of round 3 now. And this orb is going to vanish.
Bitch.
And you feel like there's like this crackly electricity in the air, and you can feel it moving away from you. So if you want, you can try to take attacks of opportunity against it if you want to use your reaction.
I mean, I got a
Devok
dagger.
is also going to. So you go first.
I got a dagger sitting around. We'll give it a shot.
At disadvantage because it's invisible.
Okay. That was an 18 on the first roll. And a 14 on the second roll, +5 is a 19.
That hits.
Okay.
You manage to lash out with your dagger, and you feel it like kind of like go through that liquidy sensation.
It's 4 points of damage.
Okay. And Devok, he only gets a 14, so he misses. Like, where is it? Like swinging his sledgehammer around. Oh, fun. But it is Velwin's turn, and he still has concentration up. So you had it on.
I didn't hit the orb.
You didn't.
But
hit
you
the
had
orb,
it
so you just,
twin spelled.
You had it on the. You
But
had
the
it
armor's
on,
dead.
the armor's dead.
Oh, you can't move Witch Bolt.
Nope.
Nope. So we'll say your concentration is down then.
I'm going to firebolt the rats that are on my boy Boldar.
Okay. Let me just check something real quick.
But they haven't hit him yet.
Yeah, but these ones are slightly more fucked up than yours. There's
Slightly,
less
yeah, okay.
rats.
Go ahead.
16.
That hits.
Okay. What the fuck does a D10 look like?
A D10?
This is a D10. 6 points fire damage.
Nice. So you smash about half a dozen of these
Hell yeah.
little rats. So this
Boldar, stop.
this swarm of rats is just over half as big as it was when it came in.
Good.
The other swarm of rats still has like 24, 25 rats in it. It's full.
I'm gonna fuck off back towards the door.
Okay. Right up to it, or
Yeah.
we'll say down here.
Yep.
Okay. Next is, oops, clicking the right thing. Jack, you are next. You are muted.
Which is good because all I said was Okay. All right. I'm gonna move my hex to the rats that I'm standing on.
Excellent.
I'm gonna give them.
That's your bonus action.
I'm gonna give them a deficit in strength saving, not for strength checks, I guess.
Okay. Sounds good.
Strength-based skill checks. Now, I am going to cast Booming Blade and hit them, or attempt
Is
to hit
Booming
them.
Blade bonus action?
No, it is an action,
Okay, Booming Blade is the action.
but it includes the attack.
Okay, cool.
So I am going to cast a Booming Blade, and then attack with my quarterstaff.
Let me pull up Booming Blade.
Weird. Okay, 15 plus 6. Okay, that is
That definitely hits.
okay. So let's see, 1d6 for hex. So that's 1 necrotic damage.
1 necrotic damage.
And then I'm two-handing the thing, so that's 7 bludgeoning from the quarterstaff.
Okay.
And
So
now I'm going to move all the way over to Celine.
Oh, okay. Jack is going to move. They will take their attack of opportunity as you
Good. Okay.
Swarm of rats be
Follow up natural
roll
20.
digital dice. How about a 2 on the die?
A 2 misses, and I don't have to use my shield. Awesome.
Good lord, these digital dice are hot and cold today.
Chris, you can have this one. Here you go.
No, I'm good. I'll just start rolling my actual dice instead of using the digital dice.
I've been
so that
rolling
was-
my actual dice, and I actually got my first dice cock today, which was weird. They just kind of rested weird against a keyboard. It was odd.
So that was your bonus action movement. So that's
I'm
pretty
done.
much it for you. Okay. Next is the flying sword that Reyna is holding. It's panicking. It wants to escape. So Reyna, I need you to roll a d20 and add 6 to it to try to hang on to this thing.
Well, I rolled a 7.
7 plus 6 is 13. Still okay.
That ain't good, DM.
Flying sword is going to. Well, I rolled a 5 on my fancy die. So you managed to hang on to it, and it wasted its entire turn trying to escape you.
Love to hold a flaming sword, protect my girlfriend. Spleen, wherever she may be, next to this, whatever. I'm protecting her. I'm protecting all of us. I love to grasp a flaming sword.
Celine actually is next. So she. Let me mark off her spells. I haven't marked off her spell slots yet. Let me do that. She is going to firebolt the swarm of rats that Jack left behind. So, oh yeah, that's like a 24. She definitely hits that. And does... I rolled a 1 on damage.
The joys spells.
She cracks one skeletal rat goes poof and splinters. One.
But it's a perfect shot. It just vaporizes.
It's a perfect
that
shot
one.
on that rat.
Fuck that rat in particular.
Fuck that rat. 1 damage. All right. And she doesn't like being out in the open so much. She is going to move so she's kind of behind this pillar a little bit more. Just in case the rats start to come her way. Because she did just smack them. Next up, suit of armor is dead. Okay, so then we have Raina. It is your turn. Roll me another d4 because you automatically do damage.
I love that Raina's there strangling a sword.
Muted. Raina, you're muted.
I have just
You're not going to believe this. I rolled a 1.
Oh, okay. That's automatic damage. All right. Would you like to try to smash this sword again?
Fuck this sword. I'm going to smash it to oblivion, this piece of shit.
Roll d20 and add 6.
Oh, wait. Hold on. It fell off the table. We're going to re-roll. Hold on.
I'm holding.
Calm down.
I'm holding my Manhattan.
Well, god damn it. I rolled a 4, so my total is 10.
That will not. You are unable to damage it any further. You're like you have it like under your boot heel, but it's just not bending or breaking.
I'm very strong in real life, guys.
It's true.
Maybe I should have kept the lightning on the sword.
Yes, honestly, Melvin.
It's been unable to do anything much.
That's true. That is a good point. Hasn't done shit.
It grazed Raina's shoulder with 1 slash. That's all it's been able to do this whole combat. Next is Boldar. You are up.
All right. Let's keep working away at those skeletal rats.
Okay.
They're half gone. You got this.
I got this.
Almost half gone.
I was born to whack a rat.
Whack a rat?
Yes. That is going to be a 18.
That hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
My damage will be another 9 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, you smash another about 4 skeletal rats. You're like playing golf with them almost with one hand, just going crack, or like croquet, just crack.
Oh my
god! Another
gosh!
4. There are only about 10 left in this.
Oh
swarm.
god! Damn, there's a lot of rats in these fucking swarms.
Yeah,
Why it's called why it's called a swarm of rats and not a bundle of rats.
Okay, Devok.
We're gonna have
is up
words later,
next.
you and I.
I love Boulder. So we'll say he's in this space. Oh, he can get up into combat with this swarm.
No, don't do it. Oh,
He's gonna run up with his and he's gonna try to play croquet as well.
I wanted them to move so they would blow up.
You didn't know that. Unfortunately. Oh wait, that actually hits. He just barely hits. Woo! All right. 6 plus. Where's Devok? Okay. So he's swinging through and he smashes 5 of these rats into the oblivions. And he's going to stay there, just swinging at the swarm of rats. And it is now the swarm of rats' turns. The one currently swarming Boldar will try again to attack him.
You will try.
Yeah, they don't have a very good bonus to their attacks.
+3?
That is a total of 10. So no, that will not hit you with your chainmail armor. They're just gnawing at your chainmail, trying to get through to you, and it is not working.
I am.
And that is that.
What is Boldar's response to things not being able to hit him? Does he find it
Yeah.
funny, or is this like?
I'd like to imagine that they are hitting him, but they're not penetrating. So he's just kind of there with little rats hanging off, like piece of his armor, like a Christmas tree.
Like
Yeah.
crawling over you? Yeah, okay.
They're like halfway up his body now,
Yeah.
just gnawing at this chain, trying to get into him.
He kind of swats
The other rat. Interesting thing about these swarms is they can't attack unless they're in the same space as who they're wanting to attack. So the skeletal rat moves 5 feet.
Then
What
yeah, I
happens
get
to
to
it?
do it.
What happens to it?
It gets hit with 1d8 of thunder damage for attempting to move from
thunder?
its spot.
Yes. Booming Blade is dope.
That's 4 points of thunder damage.
All right. So it starts to move forward, and this green swirling energy appears around them, and they all like lurch as this boom happens, and 4 of them get flung out of the swarm, and as they hit the ground, they just shatter.
I love that.
That is awesome. But they do move forward and attack Devok. Oh, I rolled an 18 on the dice, so that will
Silvery
hit.
barbs if I had it.
I do, but I don't have the spell slots.
So Devok is currently raging, so he has resistance to piercing attacks. So he takes a whopping total of 2 points of damage out of his 27 total hit points. Freaking barbarians.
What does his rage look like?
It's him concentrating, like getting in the zone.
Okay.
Like when a surfer is getting in the zone.
I dig it.
Let me get back in here. Okay. That was round 3. Top of the next round is let me see.
The crowning glory of this fight is going to be when Reyna breaks the sword. It's going to be all I'm waiting for.
I'm kind of hoping we kill everything, and the last instance is Reyna killing the sword.
She snaps the sword.
I just want it to happen just with her bare hands. I just want.
I'm kind of hoping it. I'm kind of hoping that's how it plays out.
Y'all are too sweet.
Okay, this orb appears next to Boldar and rushes Boldar with a 19 to hit.
Just made it.
You have
Okay.
18 AC.
Yep.
Holy
16
Yeah,
plus
chainmail and a shield.
God damn.
So
Wait
that
till I get
does
half
lightning. It does lightning damage. It does 8 points of lightning damage.
Taste my lightning.
in which I will say, where is it? Oh, there it
Stone's
is.
endurance.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stone his endurance as a reaction, and then I will roll a d12 and add my constitution to the number rolls, and I reduce
the
damage.
by that amount.
Yep. So I rolled a 10 plus 3 is 13.
Yeah, so you mitigate that damage.
Oh.
That's his reaction. Oh.
Just touching himself.
I
Fucking rats.
tingles.
And as you absorb this damage, you hear, "I'll have everyone driven away from this place once and for all."
You first.
And that will be its turn. And now it is Velwyn's turn.
Can I ask a question? Is that a free action?
You can speak briefly for a free action, yes.
Why are we driving people away?
This hotel is mine! And as it says mine, the whole room briefly shakes. And the voice, instead of being a whisper, is this enormous, loud boom. Boldar, you recognize this. This is a pretty simple trick. The orb just used the spell thaumaturgy.
Oh.
But the whole room shook for an instant, and the voice was loud.
I'm gonna peek out around Jack, and I'm gonna firebolt the swarm of rats on Boulder.
Okay. There's about 10 rats left in that swarm now, too.
So 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
You said there's 10 rats?
Yeah.
Dude, I could roll a 10 on this dice.
If you roll a 10 on this dice,
Did not. That's an 8.
8. Oh. So your firebolt kind of lands on the ground in front of the swarm of rats and then skips like a skipping stone. It goes and smashes 8 rats as it goes through before it dissipates on the other side.
It's like,
There are 2 skeletal rats that kind of look at each other. That's all that's left in that swarm.
that is my turn.
That's your whole turn. Okay. Next we have Jack.
Jack's going to what's that? Oh, I got plenty of room. Jack's going to move to one of the braziers on the same side as Velwyn, but away from him, so we're not like in the same clump, but off into the
You wanna
corner.
move, like up here?
Yeah, that's perfect. And then is going to take the flute like a blowgun and shoot an eldritch blast at the rats that I have hexed.
Okay, great. The two remaining rats sitting there in Devok's space looking confused.
Oh, there's only 2 in Devok's space?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
only 2.
There's only 2 in each of them? Oh, they're going to be
There's
fried.
10 harassing Boldar and there's 2 harassing Devok.
Okay, well, those ones...
Swap that.
Oh, swap that. I'm going for...
What did I say?
2. You said 2 on Davok and 10 on Boulder. Swap the names.
Oh yeah, there's 2 on Devok.
2 on
Wait.
Boulder, 10 on
2 on Boldar, 10 on Devok. Yes.
2
there
on
we go.
Boldar, 10 on Devok. Okay. So that is a dirty 20 on the Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, that'll
The
hit.
hex is a d6, and then the Eldritch Blast is a d10, and that is 15 damage.
Oh my god.
That is force damage.
Yeah,
Force and necrotic.
yeah.
Force and necrotic.
6. Sorry, that was 5. No, it was 6 force and no. I'm sorry, backwards. It was 6 necrotic and 9 force.
Okay. So how do you destroy all 10 of these in one blast?
It's just a rush of wind, and it actually dislodges one of the coconuts, and the coconut crushes them.
The coconut crushes the rat and like bounces and crushes all of them.
Yep. And
That's
then
beautiful.
I'm
That's
gonna use
so fun and sweet.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to move the hex to the orb.
Oh, okay. Great. Let me just do that so I don't forget.
All right, that's my turn.
Okay. Who is next? Next is the sword that is desperately trying to get away from Reyna. It can't get away. It's tried. It's going to attack. It's going to try to slash Reyna.
It's giving up.
That would be a 19 on the die, so that plus.
Fuck that.
It hits. Flying sword does
No.
1. It's a long sword, so it does 1d8 plus. Oh, I rolled an 8 on damage. So Reyna takes 9 points of slashing damage. It slices her
No.
pretty
Just cut
good.
into her hands.
No. Well, good thing red looks great against green.
So I'm just making notes here on how many hit points. So Reyna is looking a little beat up now. She's kind of bloodied.
But it's very becoming with my pallor, so
Yes.
if anything, I'm more sultry.
Reyna is hot. Next is Celine.
Celine also notices my beautiful pallor.
Yeah, she's gonna see that you just got swiped, and she's gonna
She
try to help you out.
loves the contrast of red against my green skin.
She's gonna swing around to this side of the pillar and like fling a firebolt around the side and try to hit that sword as it's still in your hand. So that is. Oh, that is just going to miss. So it's wobbling enough that she can't get a good beat on it, and she throws the firebolt and it just slips past it.
She tried, though. She tried.
Next is, I think, Reyna, you are up next. So first thing first, roll that D4. See if you can snap this thing.
D4, he says.
Yep. Because you automatically do damage if you're grappling something.
I rolled a 1 again.
A 1 again? Okay.
It's a 1. It's a 1.
It's definitely deforming. This sword, this long sword is being bent. It's like slowly bending.
Good.
If you would like to try to damage it further, you will need to make an attack roll.
My vision of this is Reyna just like has hands on the sword and is just like slowly tearing into her hand.
Yeah. What die do I roll though? D20?
D20 plus 6.
I fucking hate what I just rolled.
Oh no.
I have integrity, so I'm going to tell you what I rolled and I will not re-roll, but god damn it. I rolled a motherfucking 3.
That 9 will not hit. You do 1 point of damage to the sword this turn, and that is all.
Team, I'm telling you, we kill everything else and we let Reyna kill the sword last. I'm telling you, we just finish it off this round.
You know, next round I'll get it, homies. Next round.
You got this.
I just rolled again for shits and giggles, and I rolled another fucking 3. This shit's rigged. This shit's rigged.
Put the dice in.
It is now Boldar's turn, who is being harassed by a swarm of
two
2 whole
2 fucking
rats,
rats.
and a glowing electrical-ish orb.
I'm gonna hit that orb with my hammer.
All right, try to hit the orb.
Oh, where's my D20? Here it is. Huh? Yeah. I definitely did not hit with a 6. I rolled a 2 on the die.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
has
no,
like an
that's-
AC of 18, I think.
Yeah, so it just moves slowly down as the hammer swings over it, and then it moves back up. And you hear a chuckle.
Mean, but all right.
Next is Divok.
Those fucking rats.
He
fuck.
is he's going to run up, and he's going to try to smash these 2 rats. Yep, he hits. And he does.
Tell me he just like comes up and gives fucking Boulder a hug and like squishes the rats by giving him a hug.
No, he comes up and he hits them with like so he has the sledgehammer with the sledge top, and he just hits them with the stick end. He just goes crack, crack. Just smashes both these rats.
Beautiful.
And then he's going to use the rest of his movement. Oop, let me get rid of these guys. To come up beside Boldar so that he's within range of that orb. And next would be the swarm of rats, but they're all gone.
Fuck you, rats.
And now it is the orb's turn.
Fuck you, orb.
And it goes, you fucking bastards. And it, whoop,
Language.
and both Boldar and Divok can feel this electrical field kind of moving away from them. So you can make, if you want to use your reaction to make an attack of opportunity, you can do so at disadvantage. What say you, Boldar? You are muted.
I said, sure. Okay. I don't think I hit 13.
Nope. You swing around, but there's nothing there. Divok also swings. Well, his low roll was a 3, so you guys are both swinging hammers in the air and not hitting anything. Now that brings us back to Velwyn. There is one sword in here and an invisible orb somewhere.
So it's got a fucking AC of 18. There's no shot.
Yeah, you have to tell me where in the room, if you want to attack the orb, you have to tell me where in the room you think it is.
I mean, where did they
and then
swing
attack with
towards?
disadvantage? They swung to where they last saw it, where it disappeared from.
Oh, so just like in the spot that it was, not where it was heading.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because as it disappeared, it started to move back, and they both like swung at it. But
Okay,
it
this
wasn't
thing
there.
specifically said that like this place was his or it was its, right?
Yes.
Can you describe the room for me? Like, what's across the room? Like, it looks like there's like a chair and a desk over there, and like
there's a chair and a desk, and behind the desk seems to be some sort of open pit, kind of. It's hard to tell because it's behind the desk. There are some sacks of something, you can't tell what, off in this corner, and there's a chest up against the far wall, and there's like a bookshelf here that doesn't have any books on it.
Okay.
And sitting on, well, actually, if you want to look any further, you'll have to use your action to make a perception roll.
Yeah. So,
but you do faintly hear the sound of the river coming from like these grates and this hole in the back.
Okay. So I'm going to try to do something, and it may not work, up to DM discretion, right?
Okay.
I am going to launch a fireball at the chair, and one of two things is going to happen. Either I want to like light the chair on fire, right? Or I want to light the chair on fire and send it backwards into that like hole.
Let me pull up Firebolt.
So Firebolt doesn't have anything that, like, if it's flammable object, it ignites, but it doesn't have anything about
Yeah.
moving objects with.
So I will say
So,
you can roll an attack roll. What is the range on Firebolt?
120
feet. Oh yeah, you're fine. Roll an attack roll. If you roll over a 10, you light this chair.
But before he rolls, Chris, do you allow combo moves? Like if I give my turn to Shiro, can I do something to make this happen?
Shiro would have to wait for you because you're further down in the initiative.
Okay,
turn.
cool.
So Shiro would do the ready action, and then when it's your turn, he could do a reaction to combo with you.
Okay, no worries.
So you can tell him.
No,
if
it's all
you
good.
want
I
right
just was
now.
trying to. I was just trying to add to what he was doing, so
Okay.
it would function better.
19.
Okay, yeah. So you huck a fireball over this desk, and it hits the chair, and the chair catches lightly on fire. It's not an inferno instantly, but the chair is now burning and smoking.
Okay, that's it.
Next is Jack.
Okay. There isn't an enemy around. I'm still
That's the one that
concentrating.
Raina is holding.
Yeah, I trust her with that. I can't take that away from her. That's her glorious victory.
Okay.
Jack's gonna cast Armor of Agathis. It doesn't require concentration.
Nope.
So
Good spell.
I have 5 temporary hit points, which is good because I only had 6 hit points left. And I'm gonna stay where I am. I'm not gonna use my bonus action, but I'm gonna stay concentrating on Hex, and I'm gonna say, "Hey, are you the ghost of the guy who died? Who was trying to save this hotel from a bunch of Rydars, but is dead, and this is a different hotel that your wife made after you died?"
Okay. That was long enough that'll be all you can say this turn. You don't get a response.
That's my turn. Whoever's next
That's
is
your
next.
turn. Okay. Next is Celine. She is going to try to firebolt that sword again. No, she missed by 1. So it actually hits the sword and glances off of it and harmlessly dissipates into the wall. And next is now it is Raina's turn. So Raina, once again, roll me that D4 and unmute yourself. Let me know what you get.
Okay, D4. Let's fuck this piece of shit sword up. And I'm not gonna roll a 1 this time. Oh shit! Hold on. That didn't count because it fell off. Hold on. Okay, redo.
1.
It's a 3.
Shit.
Okay. How do you destroy the sword? It had 3 hit points left. So how do you destroy the sword?
Okay, so I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna hold its hilt. I'm gonna put my foot. I'm gonna hold it to the ground. I'm gonna put my foot on it and I'm gonna stomp on it with. Do I have shoes on?
You have boots, yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna take my boot off and I'm gonna put my bare foot on it, crunch it, and crumble it into dust with my green ass toes. Piece of shit sword, motherfucker.
All right. The sword snaps into and is no longer moving. You hear, "Oh, you bastards! Everyone! And it's kind of coming from everywhere. If you want to know a general direction, you can try to make a perception roll at disadvantage.
This
Or you
voice
don't have
sounds
to.
like a pussy.
Yeah.
Crybaby.
Blow his shit up.
Wait, what dice are we rolling?
D20.
Well,
Roll
I'm
it
not
twice
even
and tell me.
mine because it won't count.
Roll it twice and tell me the lower number.
I don't want to.
All right, you can't tell where the voice is coming from. We'll just say that.
Okay. I thought my first roll was bad. Holy shit.
Velwyn, from behind you, you hear a voice coming from the doorway, which you guys left open. You hear El Galadwin's voice. And she goes, Roger? Whoop. And she, steps through the doorway with Clancy at her side.
Reaction, I shoot them with magic missile.
All
I don't
right,
have that spell.
roll for damage.
Yeah,
No, I
did
don't have that
not
spell. I
trust
don't
them.
have it. I don't have that spell.
This seems suspicious.
Power would kill.
No, that's
That's
the
fine.
other game. That's the other.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I'm jumping ahead of myself.
So El Galadwin's wearing just like a night robe. Clancy is not wearing his armor, but he does have his subtly glowing rapier out in front of him. And from the room you hear, El Galadwin. And she says, It is you, Roger. We felt the building rumble and heard a booming voice, and we rushed down here. You're behind all this weirdness the whole time? Yes, of course it was me. Who else would want to drive you away from this place? Why, Roger? And the room rumbles again, and the thaumaturgy voice booms. You abandoned me to die here! I abandoned you? No, Roger, you abandoned me. I begged you to come with me. But no, you decided that sacrificing your life defending a goddamn building was more important than spending the rest of your life with your wife, your vanity, and your fucking pride. You couldn't bear the thought of Roger, the great and glorious hero, retreating from overwhelming forces. And when that was over, I came back here, right here, and she points to one of the walls, and cleaned up your fucking corpse. So no, darling, you abandoned me that day. And you hear, you bitch. Betrayer. I'll kill you. We're going out of initiative now, and something else is going to happen. Whoops, she's not moving. Roger reappears here. Sorry, go ahead, Raina. Muted? Raina, muted?
I feel like this is a lover's quarrel, and maybe we should just get the hell out of here because, like, this, like, it's like not my chair, not my problem.
It did just threaten to kill somebody. So
yeah, but what? His ex-wife?
Yeah. His
I mean,
his
she kinda
widow.
Him to die. It's like, is this our problem?
Well,
Are we heroes?
here's what's going to happen. Roger is going to start charging towards El Galadwin, and each person it passes will get one action to do something as it passes them until it gets past Celine, and then Velwyn and Jack will get a chance to do something. So it flies past Devok, and Devok's going to take a swing with his sledgehammer. But he's going to whiff it. Boldar, this orb flies past you. What would you like to do? Boldar is muted.
Sorry. I think it's the orb is floating as far as I know, right?
It's an orb. It's about 3 feet in diameter. It's about 4 or 5 feet off the ground.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna have to swing it with my hammer.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I got a 19.
That hits.
All right, so that's going to be D8 once again. That is not a D8, that's a D10. Where did my D8 go? I'll use this one. And that'll be a 8 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. All right. It swings past you. At this point, Raina, if you want to do anything, you can now. You
I
don't
feel like
have
I
to.
should probably step in front of my new girlfriend and protect her, and then I'm gonna punch this orb in the dick.
All right. So
Right, an
as it's
orb
rushing
wiener.
forward, Raina runs forward as well and take a swing. Roll a d20 plus 6.
16.
16 misses.
Boo!
So it
Sorry that
dodges
I
out of your
yelled
way. Whoop. Continues on. Arcs up this way towards Galadwin. As it gets past Celine, she takes out her wicked, wavy dagger that's about 10 inches long. And she says something arcane on it, and she takes a swing at the orb. Let me pull her up.
That sounds hot.
So, oh, yeah, 19 on the die. That will hit.
That's my girl.
It does. And as the dagger swings through this orb, there's like a burst of pure white light. It's not blinding, but it's not. Daggers don't normally do this. So it deals radiant damage on this turn.
She cast Shillelagh.
The orb does, or my girlfriend does?
Her dagger does. So
Hell yeah.
okay. It continues on though, so it moves here.
Hey.
Velwyn or Jack, would either of you like to do anything? I'll let you decide who goes.
Yeah. So Eladrin, is she? How tall is she?
Galadwin's about 5'6".
Okay. So this is not going to be foolproof, and we're just gonna hope that Broski does not pay that much attention. I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion and do my best to make an exact copy of her.
Oh, let me pull up Minor Illusion.
So it's a 5-foot cube.
It would be a 5 foot tall version of her that doesn't move.
Right.
So that's interesting.
Hopefully you have it make a check against me. That's my dream.
Yeah. 1 second. There, slightly smaller.
Slightly smaller.
Okay, that's your action. Jack, would you like to do anything?
Okay. So at first I was thinking, oh my gosh, as a changeling, I could totally help this ruse and I can turn into her as an action and run scared. However, in a conversation that Chris and I had about Jack doesn't use their powers like that.
No, not
And
really.
it would take an extreme amount of convincing to turn into somebody else. That's just terrible. So I'm gonna instead ask, can I take an action and a bonus action, or just one thing? Like, could I move my
Just
hex?
just one.
Just one.
This
Okay.
is a special thing that I'm doing.
Your
Okay.
hex is already on the orb.
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah.
it isn't.
That's
Oh wait, no,
Hexblade's
it is.
curse on the orb.
Yeah,
No,
you already
it's
put
normal
hex
hex.
on-
It's
You
normal
already
hex
put
on
hex
it.
on it. Yeah.
Oh, I
Oh,
thought
that's
that I
normal
didn't
hex
get the
on it.
chance.
Okay, that's
I
what the
thought I didn't get the
asterisk is
chance.
for.
Okay, I would like to shoot an eldritch blast at it.
Okay. I'm gonna here, that's where the action is.
Can't even see that. That is 16 plus 6.
That hits.
Okay, and necrotic and a D10. Oh, terrible damage. Oh wait, no, that's I thought it was a 1. It's it's a 7.
Oh geez.
3 necrotic, 7 force.
So 10 total. Let me see here. It has resistance to necrotic, so
Then it's 1, right? Because it's rounded down.
yeah, so it'd be 1, so that's 8 points of damage. Oh my gosh, this thing. So you hit it and it stops, and like it seems like a bunch of material is blasted off of it.
Can I flavor
it
this
looks-
that instead of shooting an eldritch blast, Jack throws the flute, and
Oh, that'd be great flavor, yeah.
just
The
chucks
flute
the
doesn't the flute doesn't return though. It
It's
goes
in
through
the-
the orb. And it goes
And-
through the orb and comes out the other side and clatters to the ground right behind it.
Cool.
But yeah, a bunch of material gets blasted off this thing, and it seems less put together than it did before. A lot less. And it moves forward another step. And
Go for the
Clancy-
minor image. Go for the minor image.
Before it can even do that, where is he? Clancy is going to step forward and stab his rapier directly towards the center. And oh yes, that dirty 20 hits. So he stabs his magic rapier into the center of this thing, and you hear, "Ugh!" And it stops moving. And it's sitting there skewered on the edge, on like a kebab. And Elgaladwin steps around her copy right up to Roger, as we now know. This is and she leans at it as it's like struggling, but it can't get off this sword. It's stuck there. And she says, "All you are is what's left of Roger's bitterness and hatred. And I release you." And she grabs her ruby necklace and grabs the orb. And there's a flash of intense bright light. And you just hear screaming, and the whole room fills with this bright light. And the flash subsides, and the orb is not there. There's just some fleeting sparkles surrounding Clancy's sword that rapidly dissipate until there's nothing left.
Is the necklace still there?
The necklace is still there. She has it held in her hand. And she just looks kind of stunned. And she stands there for a second, and then she kind of notices that you are all also there. And she says, I'm sorry. And thank you. And she looks around her room and she sees like the vases and like the sacks of stuff in the chest and the bookshelf. And she's all of this. I never want to see any of this again. And she turns to Velwyn and Jack and Celine and she just looks at all of you and goes, you can have it. Anything, everything in this room. Take it away. Anything you don't want, throw it in the goddamn river. And she turns and she walks back towards the stairs. And we'll say it this time. Yeah, let me grab her. And she just, as she gets to the door, she just suddenly falls to her knees and just starts sobbing. And Clancy rushes up to her. I'll stop sharing. Combat's over. And she just throws her arms around him and she goes, oh, Clancy, take me to bed. And Clancy helps her to her feet and looks back at all of you as he's helping her out the door. You heard the lady. Clean this room out. Split it up amongst you however you want, including the 3 people waiting outside. Take whatever you want. And she and Clancy disappear out the door.
Hey, but what about that necklace, though?
she's still wearing that.
You don't need that. That's a memento from Dickhead. Come on.
I am so glad I didn't touch that orb. It makes you say and do some really strange things.
You should have touched the orb.
I would have touched the orb.
So what do you guys want to do in this room that has stuff in it?
Loot it.
All right. Inside the sacks is a bunch of silverware.
Okay, number 1, Jack immediately keeps trying to give things to Reyna. Ooh, forks. Forks?
There are 5 or 6 vases that are kind of nice looking.
You want the? Do you want Reyna? Do you want a vase? Punch a vase? You could punch a vase.
So you just shatter the vases. Yeah, all right, do it. She didn't want to see it
strong
again.
enough to crush the silver into a mash of silver pulp in my fingers?
You can. It's not that weak, but you can definitely like bend them out of shape.
The 3 people waiting outside are like,
silver, and I mash it into a disgusting warbled ball that looks like something out of a Clive Barker novel.
Do you want to chuck it down that hole and into the river?
No, I want to save it and sell it to a peddler.
Oh, okay.
I don't think
It doesn't
anyone's
look like
going to be able to
particularly
eat with that.
valuable cutlery or silverware.
But
Oh,
no
it's
one
not
wants
real
to buy
silver?
silver? Is that not a lucrative metal in this realm?
Oh, it's not actual silverware.
It's not actual silver.
Well, you said it was silver, so I believed you. So that's kind of you.
Well, as you're beating it up, you can tell it's got some tin.
So
or
I've
something else in
been
it.
bamboozled. I've been bewitched. I've been hoodwinked.
Boldar, do you need a bent fork?
I'll
Inside
throw
the
it down
chest.
the
No,
goddamn
thank you.
chasm.
All right, you throw it down that hole, and it tumbles. You hear it clattering away, and eventually it splashes down into the river. Inside the chest, there is enough copper, silver, and gold for each of you to get 7 copper pieces, 2 silver pieces, and 20 gold pieces if you split it up evenly amongst all the people, including the 3 people waiting outside.
Is this real silver, or are we being hoodwinked again?
These are real coins.
Hey, does Jack feel like they need it?
I don't know. Does Jack feel like they need it?
Okay, let's see. Evens, they feel like they need it. Odds, they don't.
Why don't we just split it evenly? I don't.
Odds, they don't.
All right. So you have 20 gold, 7 copper, and 2 silver to give away to somebody.
All right. 20 gold, 7 copper. At some point, I'll give it to somebody.
We're not just like a team.
Hidden on the shelf, the bookshelf, you couldn't really see it. There's a short sword and a scabbard. And as you approach it, it clatters and kind of bounces off the shelf and then clatters on the ground and like flops like a fish for a moment and then stops.
Oh, I want somebody to pick it up. That's sweet.
Celine goes, wait, nobody touch it. And she goes up to it and she takes out her spell book from her backpack and she flips through it and she starts casting Identify on it.
Jack is so close to touching it.
And she keeps like
Celine's
slapping her hand.
romantic. Look at her. She's straight out of Shakespearean novel.
So she goes, after she casts the spell, she says, hold on a second, let me pull it up. This is a dancing sword. You can throw it into the air and it'll fight alongside you.
That's amazing.
Anybody want it?
I imagine it
I
requires some
so.
type of proficiency.
And it uses your attack roll and adds your ability modifier to the damage rolls.
But do you have to wield it? Like if it's a short sword that you have to have proficiency to use, then
Well, you can use it if you don't have proficiency. You just can't add your proficiency bonus to it. So
got it.
I'm going to take Celine's hand and I'm going to twirl her once and then dip her.
all right. She likes that.
Yeah, she does. We all knew
I
that.
mean, I can use a short sword, but I mean,
I'll take
I
it if
got my
nobody
flute.
wants it, but I mean,
I can't do anything with it.
I can take it.
I think it's between you two. It's between you two.
I don't really care. I mean,
Oh, I'll take it then.
I feel like I've got my lady on my arm now, so
Maybe Lenny will want it or something.
I'll hold it.
No,
for
yeah.
I mean, if nobody else wants it, I'll take it if I need to. But I already got my.
Well, we'll ask the people
curly-haired
outside
girl,
if any of them want it.
Which
Let's see if Lenny wants it.
what?
Let's see if Lenny wants it.
Who?
Lenny.
Who?
What's his name?
Tony's character.
No,
Little goblin guy.
Velwyn. What's Lenny's name?
Barnabas.
Barnabas.
So, like, who holds it now? Did somebody have like a bag of holding or something that we
Boldar's
shove it
got
and
it.
forget about? What?
I got it. I'm keeping it warm for him.
Yeah, totally.
How exactly?
In my backpack.
The bag
How
of holding,
else?
right?
Okay.
He rode next to me when we were on our way here.
Kind of
Good
wish you guys
company.
blood brothers, I think.
Hey, Velwyn. Hey,
Jack.
you probably like to read. You look like a reader. You should look in the desk. There's probably stuff to read in the desk. Velwyn,
We were
look in
getting
the
there.
desk.
We were clearing the outside of the room.
I just thought you were a reader.
We'll check the desk. At request of Jack, we will check the desk.
All right. Make
both
an investigation roll for me.
Can I give it a help?
Are you actually going to be helpful?
Jack will be helpful.
All
Wait,
right,
hold on.
then yes,
Let's
you
see.
can make
Luck
an
roll.
investigation with advantage.
Wait, hold on.
I very much hope
Yeah,
that
it'll
you
be
give me
helpful.
advantage.
I give you advantage.
Okay. The first roll was a 4. The advantage is an 18. Plus 0,
Okay.
so 18.
You pretty thoroughly go through this desk. There are 4 copper pieces in the desk, and that's
Damn.
it.
There's
Thanks,
nothing to
buddy.
read, man. There's nothing to read. Oh well.
Appreciate it.
So there's some money. There's some stuff.
There's some broken vases and some smashed up silverware.
That's pretty rad.
Beautiful.
That's about it.
Thank you.
Raina, will you help me push this desk down the hole? I'm not strong
Will
enough to
I
do it.
ever?
All right, you roll it. You push the desk down the hole. It goes clattering down this angled chute and out into the river.
Hated that desk anyway. It was unsightly.
Hell yeah.
But what now,
Anything else
Jack?
you-
Jack, I'm
anything else you
taking
guys
your
wanna
lead.
do in
I was
here?
just pushing it.
Hey, is the chair still burning?
Oh yeah, the chair's smoldering away.
We should probably put that in the river too. Supposed to
I
be
just
burning
punch
this
it out
thing.
this fucking chasm into the river
that
because I
bitch
will.
Yep. You punch it down the hole. Goes
I'll
splashing in the river.
roundhouse kick it in the river. It's gone.
Well, I
I won't
have to say,
roundhouse kick because I'm in an enclosed space right now, but best believe I could do it in this video right now. I could
I believe you
Jean-Claude Van Damme this entire desk set.
well, everyone, I had a lot of fun, but I am hurt.
Yeah, it's after midnight now. So you guys want to get a long rest? You'll have to head back to bed.
Where are we sleeping?
We
You
got
guys have
rooms.
rooms
In our rooms.
Who am I sharing a room with?
with Celine.
That's what I thought.
She just want to make sure.
Yeah. Am I really getting enough sleep? Probably not. I'll call it a short rest.
Oh,
No, you'll get a long rest. It's fine. I'm not that mean. All right. So we say you all go back to bed. Y'all get a short rest.
Except for Velwyn, because Jack keeps trying to spoon him.
Oh,
Buddy.
that's sweet.
Buddy, relax. Also, it's extraordinarily cold.
But
Yeah,
Jack still has armor
Velwyn
of
is
Agatha's up.
freezing.
Oh, God.
Jack is
Room's
freezing
cold
as well.
as fuck.
How long does that last?
It's only an hour.
Okay. Let's say the next morning. So everyone mark yourselves off for the long rest. You have full hit points and all your abilities back. You wake up to knocking at all your doors in turn as Clancy is waking you up. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning.
Jack, get off my leg.
Huh? What? Huh? Legs?
Good morning.
Milk?
Huh? What? Milk?
Attach
Milk?
thyself.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's all right. Who's at the door?
I'm gonna kick Jack off my bed and go into the door.
Thump, thump, thump.
It's Clancy. Time to get up. You got to get going.
Boldar would probably be up in the morning doing his morningly ritual sermons, which is him just kind of praying to dirt. He lifts some dirt, prays to it, and gives thanks to the earth.
Devok's cool with that. Yeah, I like the earth too.
Do you want some earth? I have some extra edible rocks here. Nutritious clay, actually.
No, I'm good. I just put my feet in it. I don't actually eat it.
You're a loss. And then he starts eating some nutritious clay.
All right, you guys all get dressed. You head out into the foyer, let's say, where El Galadwin and Clancy await you. El Galadwin says, I can't thank you enough for what you did for me down there. I'm sorry you had to see that. But please, you have my eternal gratitude. And if there's anything I can ever do for you, I'll be here. And she turns to Celine and looks at Celine, and she takes her necklace off and she hands it to Celine. Says, I don't need this anymore. And she kisses Clancy on the cheek and says, good morning, everyone. And wanders back towards the east wing the west wing where her chambers are. And we'll go ahead and end there
Cool.
because it's almost 9:45. Yay! Combat.
Yay!
Yay, we done it.
Yay.
Chris,
I
I love
did the
your
thing.
combats. I really like that things are very dynamic in them and more things appear and changes are fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a fun one. It's
I love the
when
map. That was really
Yeah.
cool and helpful.
when I was building this encounter, I tried building it in D&D Beyond, and it said that this was a super deadly encounter for this party, and I laughed. Like only 2 of you took damage that whole fight. So let's do outros. I have been Chris, your dungeon master for tonight's episode of Welcome to the Weirdness. Dakota.
Hey, I am Dakota Orshir. I play Velen, the human sorcerer thing.
Amador.
Hello, I am Amador. I played Boldar, the Goliath Earth cleric.
Good voguing.
Thank you.
Emily.
Scorching Ray here, demure green skin, feel like I have a new lady fair in my life with hair the color of the sun and skin the color of snow, and I
Well,
woke up wearing her shirt.
Skin the color of snakeskin. She actually has snakeskin. for skin.
The color of snakeskin, actually, and we woke up wearing each other's clothes, and I have the kiss of a beautiful woman on my cheeks. So that's it.
And finally, Mr. Joffs.
I played
Any
Jack.
Joffs?
I played Jack. I was pushed off a leg onto the floor.
Wait, what?
That's what happened. That was the last thing that happened to Jack. He was snuggling a leg and got pushed off onto the floor. And it was fun. I had a time, and the time was had by all. Look, we're not expecting
You guys
much.
will have to tell Lenny and Leaf and Daphne your crazy adventures next
Wish I
time
would.
on Welcome to the Weirdness. All right, good
Outro
night,
music.
everybody. Outro.
Thank you so much for tuning in to another Vibe Tribe production. What's going to happen next time? Well, you're going to have to tune in to find out. But until then, remember, take care of yourself, love one another, and as always, make sure that you keep the good times rolling. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you next time.